Takehiko Inoue is one of the most influential manga artists of modern times, known for transforming visual storytelling into an art form. Takehiko Inoue is a Japanese manga artist best known for creating Slam Dunk, Rail, and Vagabond. He is recognized for his detailed black and white illustration, realistic environment, and strong narrative storytelling. Through his work, he often explores themes of self-discovery, growth, and reflection. I chose Takehiko because I was inspired by his ability to tell stories through imagery. In particular, I was drawn to the way he uses natural landscape, contrast, and solitary figure to create emotional and reflective scenes. His artwork demonstrates how environment can become part of the narrative rather than simply just a background. For this project, I mainly studied his manga series Vagabond. Two distinct visual features of his work are his detailed line work and his use of contrast. Through thousands of individual mark and textures, Inoue creates realistic landscapes and depth. He also uses strong black and white values to create atmosphere and direct the viewer's attention. In the reference images I analyzed, Inoue uses the elements of line and value effectively. His line work creates texture in the grass, trees, and rocks, while his use of value creates depth and mood. The contrast between light and dark areas help emphasize important subjects and creates a dramatic visual effect. My artwork is inspired by these techniques. Similar to Inoue's work, I use black and white shading, natural environments, and a solitary figure to create a reflective atmosphere. I also focus on the environment as a part of the story, rather than simply as a setting. However, I made several changes to create original artwork. While Vagabond often focuses on self-discovery through conflict and personal struggle, my artwork focuses on the idea of carrying the past while moving towards the future. The symbolism and narrative are my own interpretation rather than a recreation of Inoue's work. Throughout the process, I experimented with composition, shading, and texture. My progress photos show how the artwork developed from a rough sketch into a complete piece. One challenge was creating depth within the landscape while maintaining a balanced composition. I refined the shading and details over multiple stages to improve the final outcome. This project changed my understanding of originality. I learned that originality does not mean creating something completely new. Instead, artists build upon existing influence while introducing their own ideas, experiences, and meanings. Although my artwork was inspired by Takehiko Inoue, the final narrative and symbolism reflect on my own perspective. If Takehiko Inoue were to view my artwork, I would hope he notices the emphasis on reflection, atmosphere, and storytelling. While the subject matter differs from his work, I attempted to capture the same sense of contemplation and personal growth that I admired throughout Vagabond. Thank you for listening.